doing, guys? I was actually about to make my hair. I'm losing my hair, and I don't know. I was just having all this gratitude. I was just in the mood of gratitude, and I said, okay, I think this life is gonna be about like reflecting, just reflecting about everything and just being grateful because a lot of things have happened. And today is Sunday, so it's just amazing for me to probably just do like a reflection and just be grateful, thanking God about everything, you know. I'm so grateful. So the first thing I'll just be talking about, I'll just try to reflect on the scholar journey from the application to the graduation, everything like that. I feel like today, what happened today was that I I was just praising God. I praised God because there were so many things that that was really happening, and I was just so happy and so grateful that I had everything that I had. So I was praising God today. So throughout today, I have just been in the mood of gratitude. So looking back at how, I got CSC scholarship down to even my graduation, I feel like it's just a testimony, and that's what I want to share. I'll start with that. So it's even a testimony that I even thought of starting this whole application process, everything about CSE, because I didn't plan to do it. I was just I was just there, confused about my life, but I was doing YouTube, I was doing a lot of things, I was blogging, I had a blog then. It was called Alma's Blog. That was the name of my blog. And so then I will be posting I'm posting a lot of things on my blog, and I later started doing YouTube, which on YouTube I was just talking about music. Yeah, I was doing a lot of cover songs. So I was in a place where I was really, really confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I just remember that I used to go to church a lot. I used to pray. I used to I used to pray because I just I just love God and I love to fellowship with Him. So I always used to pray. I remember that I used to pray a lot, and then then I wasn't even applying for work. I remember I told my mom that I didn't want to apply for work. I don't want to work for anyone. And it was actually fun. Now I'm thinking about it. I wonder why I would even say that. I wonder why I was thinking like that, like, oh, I don't want to apply for anyone and everything. Because I was broke. I didn't have money. So I'm like, why was I so like, oh, I don't want to apply for anybody. I wanted to do all by myself. Now that I think about it. But the reason was because when I was in school, I had this friend. She was always reading. So giving me books. I used to read a lot. When I was in secondary school, I read a lot of novels. But then after secondary school, I when I went to the university, I wasn't reading novels. I was not even reading. But when I met this my friend, she was always reading. She was always reading. So she kind of made me to have that mindset of reading. So I started reading books. Now I don't even read. I think I should get back to when I used to read a lot of books. It's very important. So I started reading a lot of books. I was always reading. And then somehow I feel like because I was always reading, I had this knowledge. I won't really say it's knowledge because now I think that's crap. Like why were they giving us all those advice? Like I feel like the people that were giving all those advice, people that never went to school. If you understand what I mean, like people that read like I used to read, you see that all those people that write books, they say, oh, 10 ways to get money. This. The advice you don't go to school. or they'll say, um, they'll be telling you about their story of how they drop out of school and how they are millionaires and everything. So in my mind, I'm like, wow, wow. And they give me advice of, oh, you shouldn't work for anyone, this, that you should start your own business. And I remember like, you guys are lying. You guys are lying to people because I did that. And to today, like, if not because of God's grace, I don't know how I would have been making money because I did all that. People give me all this advice telling you that you should not work. Never take that advice, okay? Please, never take that advice. Work hard. If you don't work, you will not make money. You will be broke, but don't love money. That's the only thing that God said. God said that we should not love money. God said that, we should pick him first, and every other thing that, everybody are like trying to get, struggling to get scholarship, whatever. If you pick God first, he's always going to like choose you. So I feel like God has always been like my number one factor. Like when it comes to anything I'm doing in my life, God has always been there. So I know that me making that decision to follow my heart and not apply to school and everything, not apply for work. Maybe it was just God, to be honest, because me thinking like that and making that decision was what prompted my mom to say, oh, why don't you just apply for scholarship? And I did the first time and I didn't get. And I did the second time and I got. And when they called me for the interview, and I went for the interview, it was just funny because when I went for the interview, because I didn't even apply to China. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I didn't even apply to China. I applied to Russia. It was Russia that I wanted to go to. That was because everybody just used to say, "Oh, Russia. When you go to Russia, uh, there are so many opportunities there." I think maybe what people are just trying to say is that maybe in Russia that you could work or something like that. I just know that when I was applying, a lot of people told me that I should choose Russia, and I did. But do you know that I got Russia and they called me for the interview, and then all of a sudden they said, "Oh, you did not apply, you did not do your bachelor's in Russia, so sorry, we cannot give it to you." I'm like, God, I know at that point when you have done so many things, when you have tried a lot of things, it did not work, and then you get this one opportunity. Uh, you did not do bachelor's in Russia, so you cannot get it. Kai, that really broke my heart. That really broke my heart. I was so not happy. I was so discouraged. But I remember that that day was the pastor's birthday. So I remember like I knew that it was the pastor's birthday. I remember, so I just said, okay, you know what? I want to go to the church. And I went to the church. I danced like what I did today. Today I really danced. I really danced. I was praising God. So I remember like when you've done so many things. I remember that I applied to so many scholarship at that point. I had applied to PTDF. I had applied to so many scholarship at that point that when they were telling me, oh sorry, you did not do this or you did not do that, that's why they were not going to do the interview for me. I felt so bad. I felt so sad. I just remember that I just went to church that day. It was the pastor's birthday, and I danced and I danced. I didn't even pray. Funny enough, I didn't have any prayer points. Like, God, I've been praying, I've been fasting, nothing is happening. So I'm just gonna dance. And I remember the pastors used to always say these things that, when you've prayed, you've done everything, it looks like it's not everything that you've tried, it still feels like, oh, it's not working out. That you should try, just go and praise. And I remember one, was it Deboye? I can't remember the pastor exactly, that was giving a testimony, and he was saying that there was one time there was this couple, on their wedding day, they were about getting married. They're walking down the aisle, and all of a sudden, the man dropped dead. Do you understand? And though maybe the people around did not think that he was dead, but he like slumped there. And the pastors, all of them rushed him to a room. They were praying for him, praying for him, praying for him, praying for him. And then one pastor just remembered, what Papa used to say, which is he had debate that when you've tried prayers, it feels like prayer does not work, then just switch to praise. So immediately you just start praising, they start praising God, and before you know, he actually woke up. Someone that died woke up. So I know that sometimes when you've tried prayers, you've fasted, you've done so many things, and you feel like God, nothing is working. You just go into praise. Praise always work. Like when you're praising God, God would always answer you. God will always remember you. And because God loves when we praise him. Yeah, God loves when we praise him. Even if you feel like you don't have like a prayer point and you just praise God, God will actually answer you. The reason I'm saying this is because I don't know how people are right now. I don't know what maybe people might be going through right now, but this is my own story. Like, and then after I praised God, and I removed my mind from it, and then, do you understand? They called me like, oh, I think 1 week later or 2 weeks later, I received a call. The call just said, oh, uh, did you have a 2-1? That was all the call said. I'm like, yes, I have a 2-1. And that was it all. That was it. Just, do you have a 2-1? And I said, yes, I have a 2-1. Then they called the call. And all of a sudden, I just went to my mom. I said, Mom, someone called me. I don't know. I don't know who called me. Oh, I don't know, God. I just said, don't worry, just remove your mind from me, pray, and God will do the rest. So I remember from it, and that's how literally they called me that, oh, I should come to the Ministry of Education. Oh, I don't even know how they did. I think I later went to the office to actually ask why did they call me, and they say, oh yeah, that's when they now told me that, hey, yeah, that yes, I'm qualified for to join China's CSC scholarship. I'm like, eh? I didn't choose China. They said, yes, you didn't choose China, but China were requesting for more students. Ah, God will bless China. Do you know that it was that year, and that was the year that COVID even started, though. It was that year that China was celebrating, I think 70 years, I don't know, 60 years, but they're just celebrating that year, 2019. They were celebrating. So I think they were just like wanting to recruit more people, have more relationship with international. So yeah, they were requesting for more students. So Ministry of Education had sent students to the embassy, but they said no, this is small. We need more students. So that was when they now remember those people who maybe they got and then they had to say, oh, sorry, they can't give them. And I think that's when they remembered me. So I was so grateful, I was so happy, I was so thankful to God that God actually remembered me, you know. And I even remember around that time, people were saying that, oh, are you sure that you got it? Are you sure? And the reason I'm talking about this is because even me, I was doubting myself. Like, are you sure that I was qualified? What if it's because of my mom? Because my mom was working in Ministry of Education. So even when I came to the school and I told people, "Oh, my mom works in the Ministry of Education," one Nigerian girl who was there at that time, she said, maybe they worked it for me. God, do you like even me? I was even asking myself, are you sure it's not my mom self that helped me to get? Because I maybe I was there. I'm looking down on myself a little because sometimes I think sometimes that all of us we get to that point where we kind of doubt ourselves. But I think God wanted to prove a point, even because God gave it to me, right? God helped me to get the scholarship. And it's not like I'm dumb. Like I have a very good degree, good grade. Apart from that, during my when I was during my secondary school, I was really good in calculation, good in maths, further maths. I literally did WAEC for that maths. I got A. I'm really good with calculation. But at that point, I wasn't. even thinking of all those things that I have accomplished. You know, people that are smart, do they even know that they are smart? I don't really think people know that they are smart because I should say I'm smart, right? I should say I'm smart because somehow God wanted to prove a point for Him to make sure that when I was graduating, I would graduate with outstanding, student award, so that it will shut the mouth of everybody that just kept feeling like me I worked it, or me I didn't qualify to get the position. Maybe I was just lucky. People literally say horrible things to you just to bring you down. I don't know why people are like that, but people are like that. So yeah, so that's my story, and that's why I always celebrate my victories now, even the little things that I get, I celebrate it. Th- If not just because of I celebrate all these things, I won't even start talking about CSC. Though the girl I employed that time, at that time I was paying her 60K every month, just helping me with my content creation and everything. And because she was kind of like assisting me now, I'm like, I'm not paying anybody, I'm handling everything myself. But then I was paying her every month, and she was bringing ideas on what I should create on my YouTube channel. And that's when she was talking about, why don't you talk about China? I'm like, is anybody like China? Is anybody interested in China? Even up to today, I still feel like, is anybody interested in China? People like China. But I just say, okay, no, no problem. I will talk about it. But because I celebrate myself, I remember like, oh, CSC. And then I now talked about CSC. And all of a sudden, among all the videos, that CSC video that I talked about blew. So I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I mean, the highest CSC view I'm getting now is like 5,000 views. So I said, oh my God, is this something I'm supposed to talk about? Is this something I'm supposed to help people about? So that was when I started like talking about CSC more on my channel. Sometimes I get bored about it, to be honest, but I don't know. I don't want to get bored. I want to keep talking about these things because I feel like it's good to help people. You never really know who you're helping. That's the truth. So yeah, this is just me reflecting, and then talking about the graduation. Hey God, God is good though. God is really good. I mean, like, after I got the outstanding award, I was like relaxed. Like, okay, God has done his thing. I'm just there chilling. And then they reached out to me to come and sing for my graduation day. That was like a dream. I was very shy. I'm still a shy person, but I feel like why it meant so much for me to sing on my graduation day was how I've been treated. Ever since I got third position in competition whereby I sang and I got third position, um, a lot of people were just jealous. Yeah, people were jealous and they did not hide it. One of the scariest thing I realized in China relating with international is how they never hide their feelings. Even in Nigeria, like when you have negative feelings or you are jealous or anything, you hide it or something. People hide it, but you can tell this person is jealous of me or something like that. But here, I realized that these people are so bold. They're so bold. That was just hilarious for me. Like the fact that people they are so bold and express their negativity to you. Just irritating. Anyways, so let me share like stories of some of the how I overcame some challenges during the scholarship period. I'll say that the challenge I faced the first year I came was that I couldn't I could not speak Chinese, so it was very difficult communicating with the Chinese people when I want to eat, when I want to buy anything. It was very difficult communicating in Chinese, and also the food. Like, nobody prepare you for the food. I mean, the first day I came, the next because I came really late at night. The next day, my country mate in Nigeria, she took me to the restaurant. Come, let's go eat. And I'm so happy, like let's go. And the food was looking so good. Though it was smelling weird, but as far as it was looking good, I'm like, I'm good. And then as I put the food now, time to eat. My, when I started eating, I said, Jesus. When I took one spoon, I was like, what is this? I couldn't eat that Chinese food. A lot of people go to Chinese restaurants, but obviously they will cook the food to have the taste will be okay for Nigerians or for Africans. But the real Chinese food, I don't think Africans can eat. I don't think Nigerians can eat the real Chinese food. So yeah, that was the first. Those are the challenges first year, and also the language. I was studying language for a year, having to like adapt to making friends. I'm not really good with making friends. That's the thing. I'm not good at making friends. I always want to be on my own, study people for a long time. If I'm quiet, if people think I'm quiet, I'm not quiet. I'm not a quiet person. If you think I'm a quiet person, it's because I'm not close to you. But to be honest, my real self, I did talk. I know how to express myself. I know how to talk. But if I'm quiet, it's not like I'm scared of you or shy. It's just because I don't know you. I don't know what I'm going to say to you that you probably don't like. So sometimes I just keep quiet, try to observe you, get to know you. So I think that it happened a lot when I came. I was so on my own quiet because people like me, it's not easy to just boom, like, and also I was missing home a lot. So yeah, that was the first year, but I had good friends. I don't know, later Ghanaians, like, I started having good friends. So it really helped me to know how to relate with people. The second year, which was when I started my major, oh my god, that was like, it was funny. When I started my major, I don't even know how I did it. But because my supervisor is a very good man, so he and his wife, he picked his course for me. His wife also the wife course. I don't know why my supervisor went to marry somebody from the same department. Anyway, that's cool. And to tell you how the man is always reading. And then I picked another course. So I got 60. They're all in Chinese. I mean, I didn't know how to pass at that time. I didn't even know that getting 60 in my school was like so low. But I got 60. In my mind, I was happy, like, wow, I got 60. But man, in the long run, I realized that, nah, 60 score is not a good score. But after the first semester, the second semester, I picked up myself. I knew how to start studying Chinese. I knew how to pass. The first semester, I was still like observing the teachers, knowing what to do. But the second semester, I said no. I want to pass because nobody's going to look at your results and say, oh, I'm going to pity you because you did your major in Chinese. Nobody cared. Nobody like when I start applying for jobs, nobody care whether you did your major in Chinese. They want to see what you score. So I said, no, I have to start passing. I have to start reading. So one of the things that I remember I was always doing, I would always ask the people ahead of me, please, how did you pass? I was always asking questions. Though yes, they were looking down on me. How guys can be. Their ego with girls, they'll always be looking down on you as a girl. What do you know? Especially when you're always going around them, asking them questions. But me, I don't care. I knew what I wanted, so I would always ask questions. However, they look at me, I didn't care. Always ask questions. This. But I remember one of the guy who really helped me. I've actually put him on my channel before. Though he doesn't know how to speak English, but he's really a good person. And the advice he gave me that time was like, oh, to make sure you speak with your supervisor. Like anytime you're entering any class, tell your supervisor, oh, you're taking this class. I'm like, why is that so important? Why should I tell my supervisor I'm taking this class? But I didn't know that it's important to tell your supervisor the courses you're taking. My supervisor, obviously, he knew the courses I was taking. But it was very important for me to always remind me, I'm taking this course now. The reason is that I think behind the scene, your supervisor will go and speak to your lecturer or something to be like, oh, this is my student, please. Anyway, you can assist, please assist. Because when I started doing this, I realized that the lecturers were now nice to me. they will say, "Oh, don't worry, you can write in English." Because me, I cannot. Like I could write in Chinese if I have to copy and write, but writing an exam from my head in Chinese, that's very hard. So I remember that when I did that, ah, they will allow me write in English. They will even allow me. They will say, "Okay, this is an open book exam." I'm like, ah, why did I know this? So it shows that's actually one of the secrets in passing safe in China. In China, like passing your major, make sure you're always asking questions, because everybody in China, when you're in China, everybody like to be doing independent. Everybody like to be doing oyo, like you're on your own. It's not like Nigeria, like we are oversabi. We used to, we know everybody's business. Do you understand? It's not like that here. Though they gossip, oh, that's the thing I notice about these people. They were acting like they are quiet, like they don't know anything, but they are gossiping about you. But anyways, so that's the thing that really helps. Always asking questions from people who had gone ahead of me. Another thing that really helps during my major, when I was studying my major, was that I was always reading. See, normally you will read, but I've never read the way I read in this China. Like I remember when I was my during my bachelor's, like there was one time that there was one course I needed to pass. I know how I read, but this China, you're always reading. You are always reading, and it's not still enough because as an international, when you're doing your major in Chinese, it's like you have double job. Like it's like you are teaching yourself. It's not even the lecturer teaching you now, you are teaching yourself. Because when you're in class, the teacher is teaching, you don't even understand what the teacher is saying. You're just there. And then when the teacher is teaching, you need to go back, go and teach yourself, go and do everything yourself. And everything's in Chinese. You now have to convert from Chinese to English, read the English parts, because your exam question, if you're doing your major in Chinese, will be in Chinese. So now you need to even know Chinese, that when you look at even if your lecturer tell you that you can write your exam in English, you shall need to look at your question paper, your exam question paper, and even understand the meaning of that exam question to even write it in English. So you see, like you need to understand, you need to understand Chinese, and you still need to understand English of your major. Do you understand? The 1 year Chinese that we did is all this vocabulary, that hello, hi, ni hao, and itaina, like simple words that you can easily communicate. Zamayan, all these things. But in your main course, it's not the same. Like you still need to learn. So I think that was another struggle. But thank God that my major was like calculation. So I didn't struggle that much. All I needed to do was know how to calculate, um know algorithm. So yeah. So the third year, I think from first year, you do Chinese 1 year, second year you start your major, then third year, in case you have any other courses that you probably did not pass, you need to write those ones or write more courses if you have to. Then you now start working on your thesis. That third year, fourth year, you need to start working on your thesis. Third year, I was supposed to actually go for internship, but it was really hard getting a job. But I remember there was one guy who actually got a job, but everywhere getting a job then was hard. So that's even what prepared me that I realized that okay, getting a job is hard. So I started preparing myself when I graduate how I'll get a job. So third year, fourth year, you're now working on your thesis. And to be honest, my supervisor was not helping. When I started working on my thesis, it's like the man just allowed me to be on my own. I mean, I was always happy. Like I like my supervisor. I like my supervisor. All of a sudden, that third year, I started getting frustrated because I needed help. So many things I didn't know, and the man is always so busy. Like the man never had time. Obviously, he has a lot of people that he's supervising. But me, I'm new to this major. I'm new to this. Some of the Chinese people, like they did it for their bachelor. Control engineering, I only did it in one course in electrical electronics, but I never like I didn't study it, so it was really difficult. So those Chinese people, they always know it because they did it for their bachelors and they're doing for their masters. And the annoying thing is that when you go to meet the Chinese people to teach you, to explain to you, when they are teaching you, you will not understand because they speak Chinese. They cannot speak English. So how do they even teach you that you even know it? So I think I really, really struggled in that area. area in that regard. And talking about the bullying, oh my god, there was a lot of bullying going on in school. I'm not even going to lie. I've talked about this on my channel. The reason I feel like I was bullied, if not, I don't, I'm not going to be feeling like, why should I will talk about it. The reason I feel like I was bullied was because I started showing up in a lot of activities and I was always acing it. Do you understand? When the teachers, anytime they want to do activity, I'll go and do, and I was always recognized. Do you understand? So that thing, I feel like it was bringing a lot of jealousy, especially among the ladies. God, ladies, they did not give me peace. And then the worst part was they now made me their leader. I was now the floor leader. It's like let them just die. Do you understand? Because they just did not like me because I was always out there. And I was very quiet though. One thing about me, I'll just be quiet. I'll just mind my business. But when it's time for activity, when it's time for anything, I will go for it, I will ace it. I don't know, I think it's just God's grace. It wasn't just me. Because normal me, I won't be able to do all these things on my own. I think it was just God, to be honest. Because at that time, when I was working on my thesis also, I was fasting. Ah, I was always fasting then, oh, because I didn't know what I was doing, and my professor was not helping me at all. So I said, God, so how will I do this? Like, how can I pass? Because I have done first year, second year, I've managed to even um go through my courses, pass all my courses, which is even and which to me felt impossible. And then now I'm my thesis stage, and I don't know what to do, no help. I started fasting. No. I said, no, I must graduate. So I was always fasting. I think I was the only one among my sets who did control engineering that actually graduated, to be honest. Though those other people, I won't blame them because most of them they were studying from home. And then if you're studying from home, you cannot graduate. I'm sorry. Because there's so how would you pass the courses, how would you pass it, like even if you claim that you can copy, you say you're doing your exam online, you can copy, you cannot find that in online. I don't know where these people actually get their where they get these courses so, because all the courses I was doing when I was trying to answer any question, assignment, anything, I could not find them online. I could not, like, I'll go on Google, search this thing, even Baidu search, it was not online. So now all of us they copy all these assignments and anything. All of us just to copy ourselves because it's not something you say you find. I don't know because algorithm they create it, so you have to, maybe you have to get the textbook, and if you don't have the textbook, how then do you know these things? So that's why I used to pity for the people that used to feel like if they are home they will pass. You will still fail because these things are not online. So even if you say you want to be copy, you cannot copy. That's why these people they will even tell you do open. You see that open book? I don't like open book exams. Open book exams are literally the hardest exams because they tell you open book, you open book, you not see nothing. Even when you go online, you're searching for these things, you will not find the answers. That's why it's so frustrating. Anyway, so that's it. Let me discuss about the impact of the scholarship to scholars and to just everybody, the impact of the scholarship. I feel like the scholarship really helps, but it's not enough. It's not enough. The money is not enough, to be honest. Especially if you're living in the city, you cannot really depend on this money. If it's not that I was receiving double stream of income, I really don't know how I would survive. But there are some people that the money is okay, or they're still able to save. So there are people like us that we don't we spend a lot. So thank God, because I would save the one that Nigeria was giving to me, then I spend the one that Chinese government were giving to me. So that's how I was able to have savings and still be able to survive because my parents were not sending money. Of course, how would they send money when you're on scholarship? They were expecting you to be sending to themselves. So I would say that the impact of scholarship was that you're not you're not stressed about money. You're just focused on reading and passing, and maybe thinking of your life after school, or how to make money, and having a degree without having spent money. Do you know how much people are paying? There are some people they pay their school fees It's not everybody here that is on scholarship. It's not everybody. People are paying their fees. Do you understand? People are paying their school fees. I remember even my sister that was studying in Ukraine. I remember how the struggle for my mom to pay her fees, even sending her money every month. For me, I didn't go through that, and the money was really enough. Though I would say they should increase the money. But yeah, the impact of the scholarship is that you be a graduate, and then your everything is taken care of, your accommodation, your monthly feeding, everything is just taken care of. You're just there chilling. Do you know how cool that is? I really think that is really, really cool, and I'm so grateful for that. I thank God for that every day. So yeah, let's go to the achievements, which I already talked about the academic achievements and contribution to the field. What I studied was control science and engineering, and I feel like that really helped me. I really think that I'm happy I did my masters because it kind of broadened my knowledge, eh, knowing algorithm, knowing AI, because my major is about machine learning, artificial intelligence, robotics, all those kind of things, and those are like future. It's for the future. Do you understand? So I am happy I did all that. I studied all that. I started learning how to use Python, like how to use MATLAB. These were things I never knew how to do before. I started learning how to code, and I don't know, I'm now lazy. It's not like I'm still learning all those things. But anyway, I started learning all these things, and I realized, oh my god, this is not so hard. Like people just say, oh, how to code is it's not hard. Do you understand? Except it's just me. Okay, I think the reason why it's not hard is because I just go to there's the website for coders where you can just then go and copy the code and just edit it to just suit your what you want to do. So that's what I did a lot. Not that I'll write a brand new code. Do people actually do that? Do people actually write brand new algorithms? Anyway, I'm not reached that level. All I do is copy from the site and edit it, then use it for my work. Let's talk about the culture. I think the culture, it's gonna be hard for you relating with these people. Their culture, the way they, but I think China is kind of almost similar with Nigeria. The way they think in a way. To be honest, I don't think there's so much difference with. It's just that they always act like they are very smart and quiet. They know what they are doing. Never think that they don't know what they are doing. They know. Just like to pretend like they don't know. They do that a lot. Okay, so let's continue. Let me discuss the my faith and how my faith have really helped me in my scholarship. The only thing I would say I'm not proud of is the fact that I don't go to church. Even today, I didn't go to church. I don't really go to church. Do you understand? I'm not proud of that. But I think one of the reasons why I don't go to church is because it's just one church. Maybe they just have one church in the whole of Shenyang. And then that kind of thing, like I don't want to go to this church. Now I have to be forced to go to this church. Anyway, I don't want to do that. So I just do online church. I just use Pastor Jerry, Pastor Az's church is what I attend online. But it would be cool to have like a community, people that know you and everything. So that's a really struggle, like not having churches and all those things. And that kind of thing, when it's just one or two church or how many, maybe five in a whole province, you know how they'll be feeling themselves, the leaders of those kind of church, be feeling themselves that they're like so important. And me, I'm like, what's this? So I think that's the only thing I would say I don't like. The fact I don't go to church. I love going to church. I love joining choir, singing and other things. And I haven't been doing that for long. I'm just here singing for God in my room or something, praising, doing everything from my room. But I try to make sure that I pray NSPPD. I try to make sure I pray. But the fact that I'm spiritual really helped me. That's really, really helped me in living in this place because there's a lot of warfare here that I feel like in short, before I was coming here, there were some things I experienced, and then I came here, there's still some things I experienced, and I feel like because I know God, God has really, really helped me to, to be able to live and to live in this place and to live peacefully. So I always celebrate God in my life and celebrate God's grace in my life, because if not because of God, I don't know where I'll be today, to be honest. And I think that there's so much importance with education and scholarship that I really pray and I hope that a lot of people get opportunities to study or see the beauty in studying. I'm the kind of person that I don't really like studying, I don't really like school that much, but I feel like so far, because of how school have saved me, and all the things I was always like I wanted to do. I wanted to sing in front of a crowd. I want to do this. I want to write my own song. I want to do my own album. I did all of those things while I was in school, and so many other things that I've been able to achieve. And to be honest, where would you even get free money? Like, can somebody just come and give you free money without doing anything? It's only in school or education that can actually give you free money, because you've said I want to study, can give you free money. So this is really amazing. So I don't really take it for granted. I thank God that God has helped me to go far. God has given me the grace. And even when things go wrong, God is always there. He's always there. I celebrate that all the time. I also celebrate all the people in my life, all the people that God has brought around me to help me grow, to help me be better. I also celebrate all those people, because how would I have been able to go far if God did not bring destiny helpers my way? Destiny helpers are the people that will help you to even go far in life. Without destiny helpers, like, how are you gonna go far in life? God is the one that will bring people your way to help, because God Himself cannot come down and say, "Oh, I'm gonna help you." God is gonna bring someone to help you, to assist you to achieve your dreams and your goals, and God has been doing that for me, and I'm so thankful. So, guys, that's what this video is about. Just reflecting on everything that has happened from and just being grateful, being grateful and sharing my story so that it can help to encourage as many people as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. I have my vlog coming out soon. Yeah, I'm also going to release the vlog today. Yes, I went to the palace, Imperial Palace, and also Cheyenne Museum, and I vlogged about that. And oh my god, it took so long to upload it. I'm happy that I finally uploaded it. And I was not supposed to do a live video today. I was not supposed to do a live video today, but I don't know what happened. I just decided to do one. Yeah, and I don't regret doing that. It's so therapeutic doing these things. You just, after everything, you just feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it, but I really appreciate you guys for supporting me all the way. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.